Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about um, the feeling that I've been getting lately around some of my not not as close friends, but people that are on my Facebook, for example, and some of my family members as well, outside of my parents and my siblings. And I don't want anyone to take offense to this because I'm not meaning to undermine um, these people that I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to try to relate what I'm going through to something that I feel maybe um, some of these people also have to go through. And that's, uh, that's gay people. And the whole idea of being in the closet. And I'm like so cool with that. It doesn't bother me at all. I love, I think people should be allowed to love whoever they want to love. But I know that there are lots of people still who aren't like that. And I feel like um, what I'm experiencing right now is kind of like being in the closet. I feel like, to an extent, I feel like it's okay for me to be vegan around my close family and friends. And outside of that circle, it's not okay. And for example, posting something on Facebook, like terrifies me. I just can't do it, basically. Um, because the times in the past where I've mentioned it casually or, um, commented on someone else's post with something from my own personal experience, I get like major backlash, for no apparent reason. I mean, I assume these people have no idea what they're talking about most of the time, and they're all like my friends on Facebook, so they're all people that I've met in real life. Like I know they're normal people, and I don't think that they're like hardcore activists against the vegan movement or something like that. So it frustrates me because I see friends on Facebook who, well, a couple of them I've actually, this one in particular, I've actually blocked off, so I can't see her information in my newsfeed because it was so disgusting, the stuff that she was posting. All she would post were photos of food that she's eaten, but it was all like ribs smothered in sauce and like rare steak and stuff, which I think, I mean, if people want to eat that, and I mean, to each their own, that's their own decisions for their own lives. But this wasn't, it just didn't look very good. It didn't have any greens around it. It just looked really, really gross. I don't know how else to explain it. And it was probably more to do with the comments that she would put on it. So, she would often say stuff like, oh, definitely not going out tonight because I have the meat sweats. Maybe should have taken it easier at the steakhouse or whatever it was. So once people start talking about meat sweats, that kind of turns me off. And so anyway, I blocked her so she doesn't show up on my newsfeed. She's still my friend, and if she ever posted other things, then I probably wouldn't have even blocked her. But it's basically that's all it was ever, was meat and meat sweats. So I guess what I'm saying is, why are they allowed um, and not chastised for posting that sort of thing when I don't like it, but I can't post something about my lifestyle because they don't like it? Um, I don't, I don't get it, um, and it makes me angry that I can't. Because sometimes there's stuff that's really cute or kind of funny, or it makes you think without being might make people think, but without being like preachy or too strong. And I want to post it because I have friends who are vegans and I have friends who are vegetarians and I have friends who I think would benefit from this lifestyle, but I don't want to approach them and be like, hey, you should do this. You need help here. So I think posting some of this stuff on Facebook would help them. um, in a safe way without me having to approach them about it. But I feel like I just can't. I feel like I can't do it because there would be so much negative feedback, and I don't want people blocking me off Facebook because they don't want to see, um, what I'm posting. Um, so I don't know where I'm going with this really, but I just feel like it's sad. And another thing, okay, I remember it. Another thing that I was going to kind of tie into this is I have family members from one side of my family who are very unhealthy. Basically, the whole side of the family is unhealthy and struggles with chronic illnesses and obesity related illnesses and, lifestyle diseases. And um, they post about this stuff constantly. And I have friends that do it too, friends from high school who I'm not related to also have similar things, some of them. But they posted about this stuff constantly. Like it is all they post on Facebook is, feeling so sore today, or my lupus came back, I have to cancel work today, and all this stuff. And all I hear is them complaining, and I never see them doing anything positive about it. And they complain every day on Facebook, multiple times a day about it. And they post stuff about cancer stats and charities, asking their friends on Facebook to sponsor them for runs for charity, like walks, not runs, for like cancer events and stuff like that. And and a couple of times they've actually complained because nobody on Facebook, or very few people were actually donating money for this, and they were, a specific person. I remember this is one of my family members saying, come on guys, I have so many friends on Facebook. How have I only reached $100? The walk is next week or something. This is for cancer. Everybody should want to give. And I was so, every time I see this stuff, I'm so tempted to just be like, hey, why don't you take a look at this and see what you think? Or, you know what, I think I have an idea that maybe will make you feel a little better. And like, I really want to help these people, and they're my family and my friends, and I see their lives, and I see that they're not thriving, and they're spending money on medications, and I just feel like I should be able to help them without getting the backlash from it. I just, and I feel like it, honestly, I feel like it's kind of like being in the closet. And I think that as the movement expands and more people become aware of what vegan means and why, and that it's not something to be offended by or angered about, it's just, an informed decision people make. I think that I know things will get better and easier to be able to share this stuff, but I really wish it wasn't an issue now. And I mean, the other day I posted something. This video is getting a bit long, but I'll tie it up. The other day I posted something that I don't usually post, but it was something from Canada, because a lot of the I don't know what you would call them, PSAs or whatever, about animal cruelty come from the United States. And Canada is different, and a lot of people like to think not as bad, and I like to hope not as bad either. But realistically, anyway, so there was this video from the Maple Leaf Factory in Canada, in Ontario, and it was about what they do in the egg and the dairy industry with the chickens, the baby chicks, the male chicks, and they were showing. And I mean, most people who've watched these things have seen it before, where the male chicks get sorted out and ground up alive. And my aunt is on Facebook, and she commented, "Oh my God, this is horrible, Shallon." And I said, "I know it's horrible. It really is horrible. This is one of the reasons why I choose not to eat, eggs or dairy." And I thought that was a very appropriate comment to her comment. And I hoped maybe some of these people would go with that gut instinct of, oh my God, this is horrible, and decide maybe to look into a different way of doing things. or at least just open their minds to exploring it. Anyway, she wrote back, you know, kind of angry and quickly, you know, something along the lines of, well, everyone makes their own choices, and that's your choice, and I have my own choice, and all this stuff. Even though I never told her that she should go vegan, I just said this is one of the reasons why I am. But I think that maybe the reason why people feel pressured is because, or not pressured, but they get that angry response. I think it's because they actually have these deep, kind of deep-rooted, intuitive feelings of guilt and shame, and it comes out as anger, and they don't recognize it for what it is. Anyway, that's my thought on today. I have another video coming up about my grandparents. Alright, see ya.